beauties, welcome back to Glow with Shelly. Today's video is going to address all of your concerns about microneedling depths. So, how do you fix specific skin concerns? What depth do you use if you're trying to battle wrinkles? What about acne scarring? What about damaged skin? What about loose skin, sagging skin? Have you always wondered about needle depths? Well, today all your questions are going to be answered in this video. So let's get ready, let's dive in, let's do this. We're all about microneedling depths. Remember, this channel is all about glowing up, transformative skin, flawless makeup, and a lifestyle to match. If that resonates with you, hit subscribe. Don't forget to ring the notification bell. I want you to know when I post future videos. I know many of you really want to do microneedling. Maybe you've never done it before, and you are trying to get started and you really want to know about needle depth. And then there's some of you who you already know microneedling works, but you want to see more progress with your microneedling. Well, this video is going to be absolutely beneficial for you if you fall into any of those categories or if you've just wondered about depth, period. So remember that when we microneedle, we make those little micro tears into our skin, and those micro tears help us produce more collagen and elastin. So when you create those micro tears, the collagen and elastin goes up. This can help with aging skin. It can help with fine lines, with wrinkles, with sagging skin, with texture and firmness overall, and then also with scarring or even extremely photo damaged skin. Microneedling has been shown by all the research to help all of that. But different needle depths actually target different skin concerns. So let's talk a little bit about the needle depths. And I brought a couple of tools with me today. I brought this stamper, which I love, and you know me, I love my Dr. pen. I did bring the A6S. You can use any pen you want. I have other pens that I like just as well as this. It doesn't matter about the pen. This one just happens to be the one that I have right kind of in my drawer ready to go. So I've got my little handy stamper here, and it's got a little dial on it for the different needle depths, right? And so I want to set those needle depths based on my specific skin concern. Research shows that different needle depths are actually effective for different skin issues. And so I want to give you a guide that helps you choose the right depth for you, because even though in this video I'm going to give you a range of depths that I use for my own quadrants in my face, I want you to understand what depths do what things, okay? So for fine lines and wrinkles, and I want to distinguish between fine lines and wrinkles, because really for fine lines, okay, fine lines, 0.75 millimeter to 1.5 millimeter works really well for fine lines. So anything within that range is going to really target those fine lines. Now for regular wrinkles, these are wrinkles that are already set, you're going to be looking at a 1.0 millimeter to 1.5 millimeter, okay? And this will help make improvements to wrinkles, but also fine lines, okay? So getting to that 1 millimeter level is ideal for your wrinkles. Now, if you have deep wrinkles, deep set 11s, deep set laugh lines, right? You're gonna wanna use a 1.5 millimeter to 2 millimeter needle on those deep set wrinkles. And a lot of times this is done by a technique that's called stamping, where you just kind of set the needle on top of just those areas at a much higher needle depth, just so you can target those specific wrinkles. And then if you're doing acne, if you want to make changes to your acne scars, you're going to want to hit those at about a 1.5 to 2.5 millimeter depth. And again, you're going to want to do that at a very concentrated, only one spot, right? That's not something so the deep wrinkle and the acne scars, you're not going to want to do that depth all over your face. You're gonna wanna do a depth that helps with skin tightening and sagging all over your face. And that is going to be at a 1.0 millimeter to 2 millimeter depth range. That's gonna help with your sagging skin. Okay, so those are the optimal needle depths for your specific skin issues or conditions, right? that you're trying to treat. So what do I like to keep my ranges at? Now, you guys know that I go up and down with my needle depths, right? Sometimes I do a deeper needle session and sometimes I do a little bit more shallow. So I'm going to give you kind of a guide that has some ranges that you can choose from. And I don't usually go above these ranges just because it can get painful, you can bleed, and I don't really like to bleed when I do this on myself because I don't think it's sanitary. Okay, so that being said, so forehead, right, and neck. I hit these at a 0.75, okay, to a 1.0. You could go all the way up to a 1.5. So 0.75 millimeters to 1.5 millimeters is gonna be perfectly good for that skin. And you shouldn't bleed even at a 1.5, but you may bleed a little bit, especially on the forehead, because that's kind of thinner skin, tender, especially as we get older. For around your nose, right, and even for your décolleté, I would keep that between a 0.5 and a 1 millimeter. I hit it at about a 1 millimeter. Okay, now my décolleté, I keep that at about a 0.75. Under the eye area, I say a 0.25 millimeter to a 0.3 millimeter only. That's very thin skin. It only goes up to a 0.5. So if you do go higher, only go to 0.5 and then that's it. No deeper than that. And then the cheek area, right? You can go anywhere from 1.0 to 1.75, right? Because this is much thicker skin, especially down here. You've got, I mean, you could easily hit this at a 1.75 down here and be totally fine. And then around the mouth and the chin, I would keep that at about a 1.0 to a 1.75. Again, I go at about a 1.0 on this area. And then the jawline, right? I'd keep that at about a 1.0 to a 1.75. So anything within that range. Again, the higher the needle depth, the more likely you are to bleed. So be very careful, make sure you're sanitary, you wear gloves, you clean the space with alcohol, you do all of those things. But remember that the deeper that you go with your treatment, the more likely you are to see results, especially if you do the zapping technique, right? For those deep set wrinkles that you have in your skin, for the acne scarring. I also like to hit around the sides of my skin right here, kind of higher, like a higher needle depth, because I feel like that tightens that up and like gets rid of a lot of that sagging skin. Y'all, I had really bad sagging skin, like really bad. And I want to throw a picture of myself up here because I get a lot of people who say, please show more pictures of yourself. I don't have a lot of good pictures because I would like filter the crap out of them. I did not like the way I looked in my pictures at all back then, and finding my original pictures is hard. Remember that microneedling itself stimulates collagen and elastin production, and that's kind of the reason why we do it. And it's very crucial for skin repair, but you have to have the right amount of sessions to really show progress. For like things like wrinkles and acne scars and fine lines, you're gonna want a good 3 to 6 sessions. If you're trying to get rid of really deep lines, you're gonna want a good 4 to 8 sessions of microneedling in order to really see results. And that's 4 to 8 sessions of hitting those areas deep as well. And then for, you know, your wrinkles and your laugh lines and your skin tightening, you're gonna want a good 3 to 6 sessions going pretty deep and, you know, really getting those key areas as well. So keep in mind also, it's not just about the depth, but it's about the number of sessions that you have, because the depth and the number of sessions kind of play hand in hand with creating those results that you want from your microneedling treatments. So studies indicate that, you know, doing regular microneedling treatments actually enhances collagen production and elastin production for a very long time after post-treatment, right? And so the more that you microneedle over and over again, the more sessions that you have, the more that progress kind of adds up and builds up. And other studies have also indicated that the longer that you do microneedling, the more that it actually affects your epigenetics. And those are your gene expressions. So those are the way that your genes that are inherently in you are expressed. Okay, and one of the things that regular microneedling does is it helps you express more easily the gene that turns on collagen and elastin production. So we know that with regular microneedling, not only does your collagen get a huge boost, right, but your gene expression for turning collagen on is actually much quicker and faster. So that happens when you're young, but it starts to go down a lot as we age, right? And so turning on that gene expression from regular microneedling sessions is so important and optimal for really creating the kind of changes that you want to make in your skin in order to look more youthful, more vibrant, more rejuvenated. So like I said, consistency is the key, making sure you do those regular routines. And then of course, following up with, using your safety protocols, because especially if you're going deeper, it's important to keep that very, very sanitary because you don't want to get an infection. And I'm like crazy, you all. I have worn contacts since I was 12 years old. I am 48 now. Whoop whoop, I had a birthday, I'm 48. So now I'm 48 and I've been wearing contacts since I was young. I've never had an eye infection ever, but I'm so crazy anal about making sure my hands are washed if I touch my eyes or anything like that. So the same thing with microneedling, make sure that you do, because it's really easy, just like your eyes, to get an infection. Aftercare, make sure you use appropriate aftercare, hydration, 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 clean ingredients, no preservatives, your hyaluronic acids, your matrixyl, those peptides, right? Peptide complexes, EGF serums, and that really yummy moisturizer that has all of the ceramides and stuff in it that's gonna really help repair that skin barrier that's gonna be damaged from your microneedling protocol. So remember that microneedling is so transformative for skin. By using the right needle depths and maintaining a consistent treatment schedule, you can achieve remarkable results with microneedling, and I mean remarkable results. But it does matter with the depths, because without the proper depths, you're not going to make real changes to your skin. And even though I think that 0.5 is a great depth for really starting out with microneedling, please refer to the depth chart that I posted in this video and refer to the range of depths that I use for my own skin when you're kind of thinking about setting your microneedling protocols up. Because I do believe, and I'm not, okay, so I do want to say this because, I'm not the end all be all on microneedling, but I have made changes to my own skin, and I honestly believe I started off with 0.5 millimeters and I made some changes to my skin. I really did. But my real changes came with much deeper needle depths. And I don't mean much. I mean, like, with the depths that I'm showing you, that's where my changes really came to my skin. So keep that in mind. Look at those depths. Think about what you want to target and what kind of changes you really want to make in your own skin. And those are the depths you should use. Okay, that's all I have. It's so important to focus on the depths for the right condition for your skin. So leave a comment in the comment box. Are you needling? Are you scared to go deeper? Are you using these depths? Have you seen massive changes to your own skin? And I love hearing from you guys. And I'll see you next time on Glow Up with Shelly.